Hello, sparkling stars! Have you ever wondered why some women rock a goddess-like proportions while others, well, they feel like they need to wear robes all day? So today we are diving into one of the hottest fitness topics, achieving a thin waist. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for building a nice big butt or shedding overall fat, but these hourglass proportions, you know what I mean? That's what makes you effortlessly sexy. I remember one of my mom's friends, she had a crooked legs, crooked teeth, and her hair, it was like spaghetti. I'm not joking. I have no idea what happened to her hair, but she had like amazing thin waist, and I remember dozens of men, they were surrounding her like everywhere. And maybe there was a reason. You can also look at these plus size models. They are very, very beautiful. And you can notice that model agencies, they hire these ladies just for two features. The first one is obviously the waist, and maybe you can get the second one. But good news for today, you can achieve a really thin waist very quickly, just like in 2 to 3 months, even if you have extra pounds or think that your genetics is holding you back. Actually, I'll talk about this, because if you think that you have bad genetics, you're also pretty lucky in other ways. But what's really crucial for achieving a thin waist? A lot of people might say, come on, you just need to lose weight. And it sounds logical, especially if you have like belly fat, you think like the only way to lose it is just lose weight. But let me burst that bubble for you. Just losing weight can even make things worse. Take this stunning J-Lo, she's super nice, looks very good. She's not so slim, but she has an amazing waist and it looks like wow. On the flip side, check out Cara Delevingne. She has a real low body fat percentage, but her waist isn't as prominent. You might say it's all genetics, and you'll be partially right, but we women carry most of our fat on our thighs and buttocks. So if we talk about proportions, not just inches, the story changes. So if you lose your fat, you lose your fat around your belly and also from butt and size. It's like balancing a seesaw. When one side goes up, the other goes down. So just losing weight, it's not a solution for a thin waist. But what should you do if you look like this? Then you definitely need to lose weight, it will benefit you. But you also need to think about hormones, which I'll dive into later. But first, I want to discuss a very important, complicated topic. Because in our society, femininity is tied to these hourglass proportions. You can even look at ancient goddesses. They were not obviously sculpted by women, like, why do you need head? And even plus size models, they are part of this trend. Because before, they seemed like these Victoria's Secret models as beautiful, unattainable angels. And right now, you have body positivity trend, plus size models, but you look at them, you compare your body with their bodies, and you're like, something wrong with it. Like, my body is very different. And I can totally understand that, because these companies, they're trying to get closer to people, to us ladies, but they also want to sell us products, so they find in like girls who look like this. And that's fine, that's their thing, but I want just to say, you lovely girls, please don't follow any toxic fitness trends, don't follow any extreme diets. I heard about it a lot of times. It can be really, really harmful for you. Because even some girls, I know, they think about reproduction. And I'm just like, why? I can understand why some guys may need it, but we girls, we don't need this kind of sacrifices. So stay positive, enjoy your life, and I promise you, step by step, we'll get all the fitness results. No extreme shortcuts. But why these models are so pretty? Does genetics really matter? And short answer is yes, but if you don't have this very nice, amazing, thin genetics, you're pretty lucky in other ways. And what makes our genetics really bad? It's all about skeletal structure. Take me, for example. I'm pretty lucky when it comes to my waist. I have a large distance between my pelvis and ribs. And I look at my boyfriend. He has less favorable genetics because this space is much smaller. But why is he lucky? Because the distance between his butt bones is smaller too. It makes his booty like so round and nice.
But
so
why don't you do this?
He just doesn't understand, ladies. So this distance is smaller, and I'm even jealous because of this unavailable shape. But when it comes to my butt, you can see this distance, it's much bigger, so I have hip dips. But that's not even all. I have pretty round and nice glute muscle, but because this space is larger, it starts more smoothly, so there are no clear transition, and my butt looks like really smaller. which sucks, ladies. What else makes our waist thick? It's hormones, of course. It's a complex topic with different tricky terms like hypothyroidism, high cortisol, leptin resistance. I know that sounds like boring sci-fi villains, and we're not getting too deep into that today. The only thing you need to know is that your belly fat is different from other types of fat. It's related to hormones and affects your overall health. And I bet right now you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's definitely my problem, I'm so unlucky. But let me reassure you, that's probably not all on you. But if you still have some doubts, here's what you can do. First, look at the mirror. If you don't look like this, if you have more even fat distribution, then you're fine. You don't need to worry about this. But if you do, you just need to fix basic things. I'm already tired of saying this, my tongue already hurts, but you need to sleep well and have a balanced diet. I know from now on, for people, it's like white noise, like, proper diet, good sleep, maybe would you like me to split my cigar out? And yeah, I would like to. But Maria, I swear, I go to bed at 9 p.m. and I have only steamed vegetables and chicken breast. Then you need to go to endocrinologist and just get your hormones checked. That's all. But let me say something harsh, or even good for some people. If you have these hormonal issues and you look like this, you definitely need to lose weight. And some people might think like, oh, I have issues, I cannot lose weight. But it doesn't work like this. So if you take like two different people, some with these issues and some without them, and they're eating like ice cream and crisps and chips and deeply fried something, this person will be gaining more weight. But when they're like eating just some vegetables and a very healthy diet, there will be no difference, or very, very small difference in shared pounds. But before we jump to what really works, let's talk about what doesn't. My favorites are wraps and cream. Not only they do not work, they can even be dangerous. Let me tell you a story about my friend. Let's call her Jenny. She was carrying extra pounds and she was always determined to lose weight. And her husband, he never told her directly about that, but she thought that it's like the main problem of their relationship. So she wanted quick results, like who doesn't? And one day she read about plastic wrapping, like so she could sweat out these pounds. But she didn't stop there. She also read about body oil, like it helps to lose weight. I didn't know how it was even supposed to work. But anyway, so she decided to combine both methods. And picture this, Jenny alone at home in empty bathtub and like in generous amounts of body oil, and she covers herself in like this plastic wrap. She was like prepared to sweat out all the pounds and enjoy her new figure, but then she realized that she cannot get out of the tub. Remember, she was carrying extra pounds. She wiggled and squirmed. She tried to peel herself free and nothing helped. So she felt so miserable and exhausted. So she just waited for her husband, and he still laughs about the situation. And it would be funny if she didn't give up the whole idea of losing weight. So I don't know, the main point of this story that you don't need to expect really fast results. The second mistake that doesn't work and is even worse is certain gym exercises. I usually see girls doing this and I'm like, why? Why are you doing this? That works only if you need really, really strong core. I don't know, maybe you're a like sailor who needs to bend over for anchor, or you're holding drunk passengers, then okay, no question, but otherwise no. Because it's like just building your core muscles. They're just like any other muscle in your body. It will be just get bigger and your waist will be thicker. But what really works? I will not torment you anymore and immediately say that proportions are the key. And guess what? You can boost your appearance just in 2 to 3 months by building 3 specific muscles. And you can check out different fitness influencers who have these muscles and who don't. They all look nice, but it's like a cherry on top of your fitness sundae. Let's say like this. So what you need to do? You need to build the first one, your gluteus medius. It's a glute muscle that you can see from the front. It creates this contrast between your lower body and your waist. You also need to build shoulders. I'm trying to do this. It works just like the same thing. It's the contrast but with your upper body. So when you have wilder shoulders, make like bigger contrast between them and your waist. And the third one, the most important, is latissimus dorsi, or lats. So maybe you know that some fitness model girls, when they're posing and trying to do this like chicken broiler thing, like making wilder their lats. So it creates this smooth transition between your back and your waist, and this, like, wow, that's just my favorite thing. Maybe after glutes, that's the most important muscle in your body. And just by building these three muscles, you can dramatically improve your overall appearance in this hourglass figure. So have good luck and bye!